The federal government has paused plans, as we know, to reopen international borders, buying experts time for at least 2 weeks to investigate the severity of Omicron. Tourism is going to be hurt. Business is going to be hurt too, because, as we know, they need those workers. Joining us live now is the CEO of Destination Gold Coast, Patricia O'Callaghan. Patricia, appreciate your time. The Gold Coast is a major beneficiary of tourism, as we know, domestic tourism and international tourism as well. Just what's your thoughts on this temporary pause? And obviously you hope that's the end of it.
Yeah, look, I think we do welcome the government's cautious approach. I know there has been a pause, and I think particularly for cities like the Gold Coast that are struggling with the skills shortage at the moment as we ramp up to welcome our visitors back. I know there are challenges with that, but I think the messaging overall is that we need to continue business as usual, and domestic visitation makes up about 92% of our visitor market here on the Gold Coast. So we're ramping up, and we can't wait to welcome back people when we hit that 80% mark.
What if there is this spread of Omicron and it causes some premiers to pull the trigger, I suppose, and keep in your state the border closed to other states around Australia? What would be your urging on that?
Well, I think all the messaging today from our Premier here in Queensland, and I know the Prime Minister and other Premiers, is that, they are taking a more cautious approach. It is business as usual. We are still hitting go on our reopening plans. And I know for a city like the Gold Coast, which lost $1 billion of tourism revenue in the last quarter because half of Australia's population was in lockdown, I think we know how much this Christmas period is. And if we can have those borders remain open, we're feeling really confident that we may not just get to 2019 levels, which was our record boom, but we may even exceed it.
Amazing. Now, just for those who aren't in Queensland and aren't aware of how tough businesses have been going on the Gold Coast, even though Queensland has been largely opened, is it still a huge drop? I mean, you just mentioned there up to $1 billion a week.
$1 billion for the quarter, and it has been a really challenging time, because as much as we were grateful that we were open for business and our locals and our City of Gold Coast came out and backed our industry, we know there were financial measures there, but at the end of the day, when you've got key markets like Sydney and Melbourne, which make up a large portion of our visitor market, we did see $1 billion ripped out of our economy, and we were in an economic lockdown even though we were open for business. So we have been anticipating this day for those interstate borders to open. We're hearing that December 17th of hitting the 80% double dose mark could be even earlier now. And I think every day for the industry here just gives us a little bit more hope and optimism.
How much earlier, Patricia? What's the scoop there?
We're hearing it could be, any earlier than those that first week or just after in December. But I think the message to everybody is go out, get the jab. This is an industry that really will, its survival will depend on people getting vaccinations, and we're just ramping up because we can't wait to welcome everybody. And I know there is huge pent-up demand from Sydney and Melbourne to come and see us, so we can't wait to welcome them.
Can't wait to be there myself. All right, Patricia, appreciate that. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.